How's it going, everybody? Matthew 13, we began, and we're in the middle of Revelation 14. Same day when Jesus went out of the house and he sat by the sea, the great multitudes were gathered together unto him, so that he went into a ship and sat, and the whole multitude stood on the shore. And he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, Behold, a sower went forth to sow. And when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them. Some fell upon stony places, where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up, because they had no depth in the earth. And when the sun came up, it scorched it, because it had no root, so they withered away. And some fell on thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them, and others fell on good ground. These are the sheep, and brought forth fruit. So they're bearing fruit, some an hundredfold, some 60-fold, and some 30-fold. Whoever has ears to hear, let him hear. And the disciples came unto him and said, Why are you speaking to them in parables? We'll get to the rest tomorrow, because he says, Because it is meant for you to know the mysteries of the kingdom, but for them it is not meant to know. Sheep are born lost. They get the call. Goats are born goats. We don't know who they are, but the Lord does. And the goats are not called. Like he said, I never knew you. That's real. Take it literally. Saying with a loud voice, fear God and give glory to him. And when we say Jesus, God knows who the goats are. And Jesus is God. But Jesus calls us sheep specifically. And he said, My sheep hear my voice. I mean, he's speaking to them, so he knows them. He says, I never knew you. Well, he speaks to them. He knows them. He says, you vipers, or you're of your father, the devil. So it's not like he doesn't know them. But when he says, I never knew you, he's speaking in the spiritual sense, and that they are not going to be called. You ever heard the expression, you don't know me like that? He doesn't know them that way, that particular way. Anyway, saying with a loud voice, fear God and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that made heaven and earth and the sea and the fountains of the waters. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the third angel followed, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark on his forehead, that's a spiritual seal, just like God seals his on their foreheads, or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb. And their torment, because remember, those that take the mark are possessed, and it's the fallen angels that get torment day and night forever and ever. Fallen angels do not die. They have eternal life. So the fallen angels go into the lake of fire, where they're tormented. Humans get judgment and a second death, and their dead bodies are thrown into the lake of fire, but they're dead, and they're referred to as dead. And you're even shown when they're killed. Revelation 29. Anyway, and the smoke of their torment descendeth up forever and ever, and have no rest, day or night, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Talking about humans, but the humans do what? They get possessed. And it's that body that then is possessed by the fallen angels. So it's speaking to the fallen angels that get this eternal torment. And maybe they have to stay inside those bodies. I don't know. Here's patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. Faith is the proper call from Jesus, and it's the proper walk by Jesus. Just like the shepherd, make sure the sheep walks straight. Make sure the sheep go where they're supposed to go. Faith is not free will. Faith is because you are under grace, which means you're under favor. Grace is favor when you look it up in the Greek. The English language wasn't even around until the 1100s. It's the Greek that tells you what everything is. And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, right, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth. Yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors and their works do follow them. I'm glad you're here. I love you very much. Ask questions anytime. That's what I'm here for.